Hey guys, Joshua Peterson here, Peterson Electric. This is my third video for my own backyard, and it is March of 2022. So if my SEO guy could link that, that would be great. This one's going to be about planning electrical layout. Yeah, so when we do these videos, this isn't for you to call me up and ask me some questions, guys. This is just, if you don't understand electrical, please just hire a professional. Especially don't be bugging me on a Saturday and a Sunday to ask me a quick question. Honestly, we work at home during that time, but yeah, it's just our hours are posted online. So here's an idea of what we did. And also, guys, our videos, you know, if you're gonna plan something, laying it out, it's just we provide our own material, and we provide a lot of our own labor to put that together, especially like conduit. People just want to do their own conduit systems. We definitely prefer to put that in ourselves because we know it'll pull through later. So here is, I planned when I came out of this panel, came into my hot tub, and then I planned my low voltage lighting and my other 110 plugs around the yard. Okay, so when we dug this out, this was 30 inches deep. We took sprinkler heads that way and came in and then joined all of this through a trench. So the hot tub PVC, it goes this way, and it is 2 foot deep all the way through. And then our low voltage, or excuse me, I apologize, our sprinkler piping went from here, daisy chained over to there. And then our low voltage lighting was put in under the felt and the rock. And that came around to these heads. These are really cool. We were able to make these up. These are like boxes out of ground that they've designed so you don't have all those splices in the dirt. Anyways, so when that 110 volt came around, that popped up to here to our shed, and that came in. My son Jathan wired this. So we put in a nice, one of those Amazon lights, plenty of light at night. We had this on a motion flood, but we decided to put it on a switch because our neighbor's yard is right, or master bedroom's right there. So only when I need it, it'll turn on. I don't need to motion that. So that came back out. And all of that, the orange line is showing where I couldn't be passed for our new fence. So all of those conduits came this way, and then that turned up. And when that turned up, my wife's, we're gonna cut this stone today to cover my box. It's pretty heavy. I put some boards here just so I could secure it. But yeah, right in here, I built a little cavity, just a cave, and in here is where my PVC 1 inch is coming in, and my PVC 3/4, flexible metallic, or Carflex is coming in, non-metallic Carflex coming in here to my disconnect. This is my spa disconnect right here. And this is my 110 that goes into here, which then fed my low voltage lighting right here, which then from there went down into that conduit, back into there, and then spliced and spaghettied. And we stayed along the edge and started doing our lights. I did put in a plastic tube for low voltage lights because it's only 12 volt, and I shot it up right over there by that other head. You can see I've wired in a 110 plug. I did a 110 plug there, and on the back of the house over there. I'll show you that in a second. That was just so when I do my Christmas lights, I can plug them in and buy an Amazon clicker, and it's on a keychain, and I don't have to come out in the snow and turn them on and off. I don't have to worry about a switch in the house. Very, very convenient. If I buy a fountain, or my wife decides to get a new fountain, and we take that fountain and put it in the backyard, we'll just plug it in right there. This, I did have it pre-wired. It's kind of like what I would call, when you call me up, an island hot tub. This flex I didn't want screwed to the side of my cement, and I did come back into here for my load side of my disconnect. So again, I made that PVC box up because the cement guys came before any of this was done and put that in, and then that conduit was added a month later But all of that box, this flex, and this was poured over it. He did the gutter there too, and then this was planned out, and I wanted my hot tub to be in the front right here to open. This was poured with extra care of expense on the concrete with rebar. The rebar was bonded as well with a bare aluminum. I suppose you could do copper because over time maybe the acidicness, but this is my dog Blue. Say hi. But right here, that aluminum there will do just fine. So I did bond the rebar inside there. Okay. So again, the low voltage lights, the wires just tucked the edge under the felt, and it made up keeps the water and the snow and the mud out once we get all the mud out of here. So yeah, that 110 line came around there, daisy chain, call it daisy chain, came into here. I wanted one right here, and I had some old IMC conduit from an overhead service job I drove in the ground, and then I put an irrigation pipe and filled it with squeegee. I did direct bury my UF cable, but I made sure there was no rocks or hard clay lumps that would hurt it when I buried my trenches. That then went out to the back fence over there. You can see it right in the corner. That's for my last Christmas lights, as I do Christmas lights on my fence. I'm a bit like Chevy Chase. I like all that stuff at night and Christmas time. But so all this low voltage lighting just came in different zones. I have 3 transformers, and I have about 22 heads, where flood or the flat pathway heads. And when you plan your lighting on that, you just got to know the size of your transformer and then how many heads you have. But yeah, so that's kind of how I did all the 120, 240 volt, and 12 volt I planned ahead of time. So as far as the hot tub goes, yeah, that was probably about $1,000 for my material. And then one day we'll get a hot tub, but we just want to put it in ahead of time. And then as far as the low voltage lighting, that was at least $2,000 for 3 kits of transformers. The price went up. And then as far as the 110 volts, I had about 350 foot of UF cable. So that was probably, oh, now copper went up 325% since last year. That's probably $300. And then all your GFIs and your bell boxes, I'd plan about $500 on that. So yeah, if you're gonna plan to do it yourself, that's kind of gives you an idea of how to do it and what to do. And it turned out really well. Everything's turned on. I got a GFI protection on all my stuff. And yeah, so anyways guys, thanks for joining us, and have a good one.